Hi, everybody. We're here to talk about Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 1. Before we even get started, I just want to say spoiler alert. If you haven't watched the first episode of Game of Thrones and you don't want to know what happened, click out of this video right now because I'm going to talk about it. If you see me looking down, it's because I have my notes. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So let's just jump right into it. Okay. So the episode starts off right where it left off last season. Jon Snow laying dead in the snow. No pun intended. Y'all, I was instantly pissed off. Like everything from last season all came back to me. What happened? The betrayal, them stabbing him, me wanting to punch Ollie in the face. Like everything came back, right? Davos is looking out his window and he sees this dead body laying out there. And he goes to see who it is. And he finds out that it's Jon Snow. So he gets the boys together and they get the body and they take it inside. Okay, so then they kind of cut to Alistair and he's standing in there with all the Night's Watch men, right? And they're all like, who killed him? What happened to him? And he just admits it. He's like, me and the crew, we killed him. And yeah, you can call us traitors or whatever, and it's wrong what we did. But we did it because Jon Snow was doing something that no other command guy has ever done. Like, you don't go get the wildlings and bring them here. They're our enemies, and they don't belong here. And he's going to get us all killed. So half of them are like, we agree. And then half are like, no, that's not cool. Like, you still don't do that, right? Okay, fine. So they're all standing in the room with Jon Snow, Davos, and a few of the loyal Night's Watchmen that are loyal to Jon Snow, right? And they're all standing in there. And Melisandre comes. So she comes in there, and she touches his body, and looks at him and everything. And also Jon Snow's wolf is in there. And so the whole time I'm thinking, I want somebody to open the door, let that wolf go out, and kill Ollie. Basically, they're just going to hold his body there until they get the wildlings to come and help them. Because really, they're trying to get Jon Snow's body and burn it up. But my prediction is, the sacrifice that Stannis made when he sacrificed his daughter to the Lord of Light. And, Melisandre thought that that was going to be the thing that would bless them to, help them defeat Ramsay and his whole army. I think that that sacrifice is actually going to be the thing that Melisandre uses to bring Jon Snow back. But that's just my prediction. I don't know what's going to happen. I haven't read the book. I'm just watching the show. Just to let you know. Okay. So the next thing they cut to is Ramsay and his dad talking about defeating Stannis. And the father asks him, do you feel good about winning against Stannis and his army? And he's kind of looking like, well, yeah, we won. So he was like, okay, yeah, you won against Stannis, but where's Sansa? Like, where is she? If you wouldn't have been playing around with her and making her feel crazy, doing all this crazy stuff to her, she wouldn't have ran. Like, we need her. The reason why we wanted you to marry her is so that we could gain the North. Like, we need them on our side. Without the support of the North, we cannot make it. So Ramsay says, well, I have my best dogs out and my best men out looking for her and Reek. And also, he's mourning the death of his little girlfriend. And just when you think Ramsay was being sentimental, the guy asked him, well, do you want us to bury her, or burn her body? And he's like, no, that's good meat. Give her to the dogs. Ramsey? Oh, okay. Moving on to Sansa and Theon running. I'm not gonna call him Reek. I'm gonna call him Theon for now. Let's call him Theon, okay? Because he's kind of morphing out of this Reek person, right? So he's trying to help Sansa get away. Ramsay's hounds and the guards catch up to them. So Brienne and Podrick, they get there just in time to save her. And I was so excited to see her because I love how loyal she is. And, I love to watch her fight because she's very fierce. And I love that. And so she saves Sansa and Theon. And Theon gets to kill somebody too. Podrick even kills a few people, so it's cool. Brienne gives her oath to Sansa. And, Sansa is reciting these words back to her. And she forgets, like how it goes, like how the whole thing goes. And Podrick kind of helps her, to say what she needs to say. So Brienne is basically saying, look, I'm going to protect you. I swore an oath to your mother that I would make sure that you're okay. So I'm going to make sure that you're okay. And so that was a good moment. Okay, the next scene. Oh my goodness. So here comes Jaime on this boat, honey. Oh my goodness. Cersei goes out there to meet him, and she's thinking, oh, I'm about to see my baby, Marcella. I haven't seen her in so long. She's just real excited to see her. And honey, she found out that Marcella is dead. So her and Jaime are talking, and obviously Cersei is mourning the death of her daughter. And she's going into this, real morbid place. Like she's thinking about, is her, what is her body going to look like as it's decaying? And, she's just really, really going through it. And Jaime is like, don't think about it like that, And Cersei's like, well, she is suffering and I don't want her to be suffering by herself. And Jaime tells her, no, she's not suffering anymore. All of her pain and worries are gone. And there's no need for you to, torture yourself about it. And Cersei is just, I don't know, she's just real sad. And she's just going through it. And she was like, I should have listened to you. And he just tells her, everything that they took from us, we're going to get it back and more. So to me, Jaime is just like, look, don't even worry about it. We're going to get all this stuff back. We're going to get everybody back that ever did anything to us. And I'm like, oh, snap. He's serious. Then in the next scene, they show Marjorie, and Scepter Onella is just going in. Like, she's like, confess. She's just, honey, she's crazy. Like, don't leave me in the room with Scepter Onella because, girl, she's off the chain. So then, the High Sparrow comes in there and he's like, look, Onella, girl, go on somewhere, honey. Somebody else need to be tortured and beat, honey. Go tend to somebody else. So she goes and he talks to Marjorie and he's still trying to get her to confess. And she's like, ugh. No, like, I will just be here forever. She was asking about her brother, and he's not giving up any information, obviously. And, I mean, that whole scene was just crazy. She's not going to confess. And the only way that she's going to get out of there is if her grandmama come with her army and Jaime and his army come and get them out. Like, I don't see how they're going to do that. Like, how else is she going to get out? They're not going to let her go. And then we cut to the Marcells. Now, listen, were y'all surprised when Oberyn's brother and his son got killed? I really did not see that coming. And, the Sand Snakes and they, and they mama, honey, they done killed them. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why didn't the guards do anything? But at the same time, she did say, you are so out of touch with your people that you don't even know what's going on. So maybe they felt like he should have done something when Oberyn got killed. But, in their defense, like, Oberyn wanted to fight the Mountain. Like, he wanted to fight him, and he got killed. Like, so, I don't know. But, I don't know. Drop it below. Y'all let me know. Why do they want so much revenge for Oberyn's death? Is it more than Oberyn that they're pissed about? I don't know. Y'all let me know. The next scene is Tyrion and Vargas walking around the city. What are y'all doing? Like, why are y'all walking around? Why are you walking around? I don't know. It just made me nervous. I thought somebody was going to jump out and kill him and everything else. No. Like, it just made me nervous. Whatever. So they're walking around and they're talking, doing their little thing that they do. And all of a sudden, they see this horde of people running towards them. Now, the melanin in me said, if you see all these people running in one direction, you need to be running in that direction too. Okay? But they ran towards what the other people were running from. So I'm like, what are y'all doing? So once again, I'm nervous again. But, they come to find that all the boats were set on fire. Who burned all these boats? They're going to need those boats. Just crazy. So next we have Dario and Jorah. And they're looking, obviously, for Khaleesi. So they come up to this big field. And, they could tell that it was horses that had made that circle. And in the middle of the circle, it was clear. So they knew that they were circling around something or someone. So Jorah goes over and he goes to the middle of the circle and he finds Khaleesi's ring. So they figure out that the Dothraki have her, right? So now they know that they need to stay on the trail that they're on to find her. And that, the Khalasar have her. So that leads us into the next scene, which is Khaleesi being led by this Khalasar to meet the call. So they finally get her to call Morrow, right? And of course, he's talking that same trash too. Like, I'm gonna, get you pregnant and you're gonna have my babies and you're so beautiful and blah, 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 whatever, right? And honey, his wives were like, honey, cut her head off. She's a witch. She's a witch. Like, she looked like bad luck. No, ma'am. Like, somebody kill her. Cut her head off. Yeah, and you up here talking about get her pregnant. No, you're not gonna get her pregnant. Get her out of here. Haters. Doing what haters do. Okay. And so finally, he goes to put his hands on her. And Khaleesi is like, get your hands off me. Like, don't touch me. And they were like, what? She know our language? How you know how to talk, girl? Who knew you knew how to talk? And she's like, no, don't put your hands on me. I'm the mother of dragons, the freer of slaves out here. I'm that chick. Okay, I did that. And they were looking at her like, yeah, right. No, you're not. Like, girl, quit lying. No, you ain't. And then she tells them, I was Drogo's wife. I'm his widow. They immediately stop and go, oh, for real? Oh, you Khaleesi? Oh, girl. Well, girl, we didn't know. You should have said that from the jump. And Khal Morrow is like, since you're a widow of a Khal, I can't lay with you. And she's like, well, that's cool. It's all good. So what I'm going to need y'all to do is get me back to where I was. I'll give you and your men 1,000 horses, for returning me and all of that. But I'm going to need to go and get back home. Okay. And they were like, you're not going back home. That's not where you're supposed to be, honey. You're a widow. And you need to go on over here to this temple where all the other widows go. And she's looking like, really? Really? Y'all just gonna send me to this temple? I ain't got time to be going to no temple, honey. I got things to do, okay? So that's where they're gonna take her. So I'm just thinking, ah, girl, how you gonna get out of this? It's too many of them for little Dario and Jorah to get her out. Like it's way too many of them. They can't fight all of them Dothraki, honey. They crazy. You know, I think the only way that she's gonna get out of there is her dragons. Like, the, I don't see another way for her to get out, right? And then next we shoot over to Arya. So she's just, oh, poor Arya. She's still blind. She's just sitting there, in the street, tiny, just blind. And then that little girl, I don't know her name. She ain't like Arya since Arya got there, honey. She just feels some type of way about her anyway, right? So this girl walks up to Arya and she has like these sticks and she like throws a stick at her like pick it up, come on, we finna fight. So this girl beats Arya up, of course, because Arya can't see, like she's blind. She doesn't know how to fight yet, blind. And the girl was like, "I'll be back tomorrow. See you later, girl." I don't like that little girl. I love Arya. I love her character. I just can't wait to see her explode on everybody. So then we come to the last scene of the show. It's Melisandre. She's in her room and she's looking at herself in the mirror and just really doing some soul searching, right? Okay, so she does her normal Melisandre stuff, honey. She's looking at herself. She takes her clothes off, and she's naked, and she's just looking at herself, whatever. And then this woman reaches up and grabs this necklace, and she put the necklace down, and then they showed her reflection. They panned out. And it was her. It was Melisandre. But wait a minute, y'all. She was old. I know you didn't take that necklace off in front of Stannis. As a woman, I understand that when it's time to go to bed, you want to get comfortable and cozy. You want to get relaxed. You want to be comfortable when you go to bed. I get it. I understand it. But girl, if that necklace makes you turn into your true self and your true self is a good 200 years old, I'm going to need you to keep that necklace on. I'm going to need you to get you some Valyrian steel, some dragon fire. I'm going to need you to melt that necklace on your neck, girl. Don't never take that necklace off. Again, I don't want to see it. No, thank you. Y'all tried it. Game of Thrones, y'all tried my life, honey. I was not ready for that. So that was Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 1. I hope you enjoyed my review. If I left anything out or if there's anything that you want to talk about or discuss, drop it down below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. So I'll see you later in the next video.